Hello, welcome back. It's Malus here, and this is another episode of Tech Legends. So here I am in my multi-ore processing unit. Everything is working beautiful. I added, of course, this little macerator and electric furnace with a lot of upgrades, so it works pretty fast now. Of course, there's still a lot of um, ores here that are being grounded that still are working with this, but we have 54 stacks, so everything is just working slow, but it's working fine. You see, they go up, they go out. Everything's just working pretty good. They go in there, they get macerated, and immediately pull into this chest, which we're pretty much about to get one red matter furnace in there. So I'll just let this thing be. Every ore that I can possibly collect, it will fall into this, and it will get worked in there. So fine. Next thing, I want to go ahead and work on the big reactor and the turbine, because we are going to need power for the next stuff that we're going to do. So I went ahead and set up over here just turbine housings, turbine glass. Over here we have a shaft, turbine rotor shaft, and the turbine rotor blades. And it's just basically like that. It's pretty simple. I put a turbine rotor bearing here, a turbine fluid port there, fluid port there. And with a wrench you can change from in and out the input. So what I'm planning to do is to get another one of these reactor casings and to just put it like in front of this, like just in this little space right here, and have something that will just send the steam. Yeah, that's the word, the steam. It will just send the steam into this the turbines, and it will receive the liquid that it comes out of the turbine. So I'm just gonna make it like the same size as this, just for the same purposes, thing like this. And then I'm gonna have to put like some space in here. Can make it maybe one deeper, so I can have like a bunch of rods that it will making a lot of steam pretty fast. And every one of us know how to make one of these reactors. It's pretty simple by now. There's a lot of mod packs that are being using this mod. So here we go, something like this. There we go. So the idea is to have something like this, having a reactor here powering this turbine, and then probably from this side I'm going to output energy. I can output it from the middle, maybe. And then I need to have some pink blocks in there, or some kind of metal blocks to get some energy out of there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start building this thing, and I'll be right back. Alright, little update. I finished this reactor already. I put an access port of here to put it inside. Energy condenser, just making geloriums because they do have EMC. The geloriums will be pushed out with this hopper, put it into there. And as you can see, it's filling up those tubes in there. I put in the middle of one diamond, and I didn't put diamonds around because I kind of wanted to see inside. Anyhow, this is the setup. Over here I have the liquid, and I have both of these reactor coolant ports to set to input, and I just have these water pumps putting water in there. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough because it does consume water pretty fast, but I'm not sure how much steam this will be using. So right now I just turn it on for just a couple of seconds, like seriously not even that much, and immediately pull out water and pull out steam. And as you can see, I have what, 17 buckets of steam, and I'm not sure how much this will be using, but yeah, it would be some strong input. So maybe I'm gonna have to put like some more water inputs all over this place to keep up with the production. But anyway, this returns water at the same time that it's producing, so yeah. So next thing we need is to get one of these turbine controllers, but as they do require plutonium, they cannot be they don't have EMC. So the other way to get plutonium is smelting this plutonium dust, or doing a cyanide reprocessor, which is cyanide ingot with some water and electricity. And cyanide reprocessor is one of these guys, so we do have them, and I do need probably a bunch of them. Maybe not that many for now, but I'm gonna have to. I want to have like a chest or something, so I'm gonna put it behind this part over here. Maybe something like this thing right here, and I'm gonna have it to put output to this chest over here, and that chest would be this one over here, and that will be the green for the output. So it's gonna output into that chest, and then I'm gonna have to put one of these provider logistics connected to that thing. So maybe put the chest on top, maybe something like that. And set the output to the top part like that. And then we need an input for the water and an input for the items. So I believe on the back, what I'm going to do is put the items, which is going to be this cyanide, which just does have EMC. So I'm just going to make another simple kind of thing over here, if I can get in there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, so get some hoppers. There we go, some hoppers, some energy collectors, some condenser, something like that, and then some cyanide. So something like this, pretty simple. So just slap it in there, make it go into it, put this thing over here. So happy I can open it even though it has something on the top. And maybe just one there and one here, and that should be starting to make some. I do not need it to go extremely fast because otherwise I'm gonna have problems with the production. It's gonna have too many. And actually this chest, I don't even need it to be that big. I can probably deal up with a smaller chest, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the iron chest, which is not like the simplest, but it's pretty good. Anyhow, there we go. So that will be putting the cyanide in there. There's one already. And just to get it a head up, I'm gonna throw some diamond blocks in there, and obviously it's gonna start making a bunch, and they're gonna start falling here. So next thing we need to do is to put some liquid into this thing. So what I'm gonna do is to make another infinite water source down there. Something like maybe around here is pretty much enough. So I need 2 blocks of water. Put that there, grab it from the middle, and put it in there. There we go. Simple as that. And then get that hopper again over there. Perfect. And this entrance, let's make this one the blue one. So we'll be put it into this side. And now I need those pumps, right? So I'm gonna get the fluid, which is the gold one right here. And I'm gonna get the pump. I know that I also need some electricity for this pipe to work, so I'm gonna need some kinesis pipe. So I'm gonna get the diamond one, and I'm gonna grab the power teleport pipe right there. Boom. So just put this one in here, put the water pump in there, and that should be pulling out water, filling up this tank over here. Perfect. And the receive to frequency 1, and that's pouring out power. There you go. This doesn't need to have anything there, and it should be putting the output on the top, just like that. Plutonium ingots. Perfect. Next, we need one of these provider logistics pipes, just like this, and touching that. Easy peasy. So those 2 plutoniums are now in my system. Perfect. So what's next? Next, I want to have to craft stuff that I needed to craft. So I'm going to go over here, and there we go. I got the turbine controller, which needs the 2 plutonium ingots and the turbine housings, which I don't think I have turbine housings. Turbine housings, there we go. And just slap some over here. I know I don't need to waste one of those chests for this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and order one of these things. So grab this thing, turbine, there we go. So let's order one of this. That's all we need. And there you go, the turbine housings, the plutonium from the back, and we got our result right here. Perfect. So we got turbine controller. That's pretty easy. This is the way to craft stuff. I mean, there's no other best way to do this. And slap the turbine controller right there. And now, of course, we're not closed up here. And of course, we need some other stuff, like some what is it called? Some coils in there. Wait. There. one rotor blades that are not attached to the rotor. Maybe I did a problem. Oh, right here. There's an issue right here. Alright, so these rotor blades go into this like this. I put too long, so one could be like that. You see, it's a little bit smaller. Then you can double the output like this. That's how I made it double. There we go. And now it's a package. Now this thing is trying to put the output here, the output the steam, and this thing received the steam. So now you can see it's full. So as soon as you activate the turbine, it will pretty much consume all the steam and it will start spinning this thing. It looks beautiful, really. Next thing we need is to get some of these ludicrite blocks, and these take a lot. And they do need those plutonium ingots, so we need to increase that production down there. So of course we will just let it run for a little bit, and eventually we're gonna start having some plutonium ingots coming to us, and so we can craft these ludicrite blocks, which is not thing of the other world. But there's one thing that we need for this, and this is this nether cube. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't have any nether cube. Nether cube, the only way to get it is obviously killing the wither. And killing the wither means to get wither skeleton skulls, and getting wither skeleton skulls, it's another issue here. So wither, I don't know. So we need to get the wither boss. For that, we're gonna have to go to the nether and make a little funky setup over there so we can get this wither boss going on. It would be easy. I mean, we will definitely be able to achieve this. I know a couple of tricks to make this thing really fast, so we wouldn't have too much time. So I did the turbine. Next thing we'll be working on the big battery. Now let's go ahead and do the big battery real quick. So I'll set up something over here just to craft the stunks. I don't think I have anything yet. Yeah, I don't have anything from Setter Industries, which is with the big battery right here. Set up this stuff. So let me go ahead and make a little setup for this stuff, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So I have this project table with a couple of items in here, the stuff that I believe I'm gonna need. So first of all, we're gonna need some of this charcoal and make a block of charcoal. So I need 2 of them, and obviously one of them I'm gonna be teaching this thing over here, and the other one I'm just gonna cook it real quick. And I got this, no, that's a recycle, that's a no-no. Induction furnace, just slap it in there, immediately gets put into a block of graphite which has EMC, and this one will come in here, get a bunch of them out, and slap them up there. So yeah, we got that block of graphite. So next thing we need is, we do have that one, block of sulfur. This one, it's a little bit funny. This one we're gonna have to do something with this, and just gonna teach it over here again. We are not gonna need more of them for now, but next thing is gonna be the wall, the battery wall right here, and again teach it real quick. And I believe we're gonna need a couple more of these walls for the other items, so just slap them there. As you can see, it's kind of expensive, it takes diamonds and golds a block. Battery power tab, so we need these ones for the top, and we're gonna need a couple of them as well. Not many, you need at least 2 per battery, because basically we're gonna create a big battery. That's what this is. And get some glass, battery glass right here. We got yet another type of glass. There we go. And the battery electrodes, those are very important as well. So we get those electrodes, teach one over here, get one out, something like this, and obviously battery controller, which takes redstone repeater, redstone lamp. So so I need a repeater right here and a lamp. There we go. So that will be the battery controller right there. So it takes a comparator and a repeater. That's a funny thing, comparator and then repeater. So yeah, there we go. Battery controller and battery computer port. This will be for the giggles, but I don't think it should be that bad. Some comparator. I think I have everything except for the blaze rods. So I just need two of these guys right here, just like this. Grab this from here, and there we go. So this block of graphite, we already have some of that, and that's it. That's it. Then we're gonna make some block of sulfur and the other good things that will come with us. So I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this thing, get all the items, and just smash him all the way back into the transportation tablet, because we will need them in a bit later. Well, not this anymore. We're gonna use just the battery stuff. So there we go. So a block of graphite, we don't need this anymore. Or that. Battery electrode, we have a bunch. Alright, so let's see how we make this battery. This is not a difficult item, but it kind of has its own perks. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the battery. Maybe where can I make the battery? I want to have the battery visible somehow. Well, I'll just make it right here, just for starters, I think. So you can make it really simple. It can be just like a little thing like this. Probably one more. I think this right here is the minimum size. Yeah, because you need to have and one up. So that would be the minimum size, but I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger just to have a little more equality with this thing. So it does tell you this thing is made for the bottom, for the top, and the sides, and the frame. So this material, this battery wall, can be made for the top and the middle and the sides and the frame. Now you say there is a battery glass, but this one is only good for the sides, so you cannot use the battery glass for the top or the bottom, which is a very different thing with the actual big reactor stuff, that you can use it for any other stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and destroy these things over here. There we go. Make some holes and make it again have a tree deep in the middle, so we can have a lot of connections in the middle. There we go, and smash these things up just like that, and we're gonna need some more of them. So we just grab some more of this stuff. Oh, it's already here. Perfect. And I'm gonna need some more of this glass, I know, because these walls are pretty big. And these batteries are really cool. It looks like a car battery because it has some liquid inside. So okay, there we go. That's a battery. Now we're gonna use this glass. And this battery definitely doesn't need this big. Doesn't need to be this big. I could probably make it maybe a couple more small, so I can just pull the power directly from the top of this thing into the battery, which would be definitely a better option for me. And even at that size, the battery is huge already, so I don't have any problems with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this for the frame. It doesn't seem big, but it is huge. I mean, even the minimum size is something that you're not gonna finish so quickly in your let's play, or in any world pretty much, unless you have like tons of quarries running out and stuff. But then you don't need that much, because you do have the Project E, and you'll have other ways to get items, so you don't need that much stuff. So there we go, and slap these things like this. Now here's the funny thing. There we go. This one is here. Alright, here's the funny things. You need these battery electrodes, at least two. They need to connect all the way like this, and they need to connect to where's these things? I feel I didn't craft them. Battery power tap, this one's right here. So I need these power taps right here. And again, you change, then you're supposed to be able to change the transfer rate, pretty much, plus 1k plus minus 1k or whatever. you can change them like this, but you have to have an empty hand. No. Yeah, shift right click with an empty hand. I think, yeah, if you shift right click with a wrench or any other thing, it's not going to let you do anything. You have to do with empty hand, shift right click, and you can put minus or plus. So this is the way you put energy in or out. And that's something that it took me a while to figure it out, actually. So there we go, we got that, and we just open a little hole there and put our battery controller just like that in there. Now for the top, sadly, we cannot use anything else than the battery wall. So you have to put this battery wall like this. Boom. Now, why it didn't complete? Well, everything seems to be okay, except for the option that, except for the thing that thing is not touching any liquid. So you need to have a certain type of liquid in here for these batteries to work fine. And this liquid has to be made in a very specific special way. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make a sample right here just to show you guys how it's done. And it's kind of funny. So you need these blocks of sulfur. Oh no. All right, so okay. We're gonna have these blocks of sulfur. We need some water. And I'm gonna have 2 buckets of water, and we need a flint and steel. Something like this right here. Okay, so there we go. We got the water. We got more water right here. And then water in there. And then water in there. And then water in here. There we go. Now, you get a 4x4 water thing. And you put this in one of these corners in the middle like that. And you pretty much touch it with a flint and steel. What that's going to do is eventually this water around this thing, after some ticks, supposed to be, it will become sulfur, except for the middle one. In the middle there is absolutely nothing. As you can see, the water is moving because if I take this out and I try to take this out from the middle, nothing happens. So you see it's only the 8 on the side, and this one pretty much is empty now. And you get the block of sulfurous acid. Now, getting the block of sulfurous acid is step number 1. Now, we need to fill all this, every single thing with a source block of acid in here. Once acid is touching one of those things, one of those the electrodes, then you can see your battery is filled up like this. And now you can see this battery will start 300 million RF, which is a sick amount of RF. But the speed that these things would receive and output the energy depends on how many sulfur source blocks are touching those things. So I have to pretty much go ahead and do this for a while. Just keep filling buckets and putting these things over there. And after doing that, I have to pretty much fill the whole battery out. So I need to make something that will allow me to get this thing done automatically, because this is a pain in the patootie to just go back and forward all this way just to get another source and then come over here. I need something that makes automatically, and for that there's only a few little devices or machines that could probably help me with that, and one of them would be a turtle. I think turtles will be great to be able to place blocks and to pull up buckets and stuff like that, because otherwise this thing it just doesn't have any way to do these things. There you go. Now the 4x4 should be actually helpful if this thing was not there. There we go. So this thing, the 4x4, helps you to refill this water over here, otherwise the whole water will disappear and you have to place everything again. So you have to destroy the thing, burn it, and then pull everything out, and then let it refill with water, and then place this block of sulfur and then flint and steel it, and then wait certain ticks or whatever till this sulfur becomes sulfur, and then pull it out and repeat. So it is a couple of steps. It just sounds pretty annoying, and it is actually, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do something like that. Maybe I'm gonna have to try to do a little system with turtles or whatever to make this thing a little more automatic. So I'll go ahead and try to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back. This is what I came up with. I'm down here, and I have this program, the computer turtle called setter, and this one is a getter. So this one would place this block of sulfur, put a flint and steel, and basically it will put a block of sulfur down there. It will move up once, and it will put flame on the bottom, and it will wait until the flame disappears, and then when the flame disappears it will just move down, but obviously we still have sulfur there while this is collecting. So it would wait until the bottom part will become water, and then it will repeat the course if you have another, like, another number that you place in there. Like if you said put 10 blocks in there, do this 10 times, and it would wait until it's water, and then it would refill everything. And because we have an infinite source that it would replenish itself once all the sulfur is out, it will do it automatically. Now this getter over here, this is a fun one. This one basically will look for, on the bottom of it is looking for acid, and as soon as it has acid it will start a loop which is gonna start looking for every one of these blocks that are around. It will go in this pattern, and then over here it will head up, it will turn this way, and because the turtles cannot place directly into the tanks, or at least I don't know how, um, I had to place it into a tank cart. So I put a tank cart and I put a fluid unloader, which is a simple thing, a fluid unloader and a fluid loader. They're pretty simple. You just need a detector tank and a hopper, and the detector tank is just pressure placed, and everything has CMC, so we're all cool with that. So just place a fluid unloader, a track, and a tank cart right there, and the tank cart is also pretty easy to make. So um, now the thing is that the buckets that you get with the acid, once you put it in the cart, they will disappear from your hand. You don't get the little bucket by itself, so everything disappears. So what I did is that the turtle comes back here and it touches this chest, and if it has some empty stuff it would fill it up. So let's check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and do maybe try to do 10 loops. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. So it places down, it goes up, and as you can see it's waiting. Both are waiting, nothing is moving. It's waiting until the flame disappears, and when the flame disappears this will just move down, and this one start moving. Immediately will start picking up, as you can see, the block of sulfurous, and it places everything. Now this one is continuing, this one is heading up into the chest, and it will, as you can see, they disappear, the buckets, and they're pretty slow, so it has time to empty the whole thing. And we have an expector. Then this thing will come down over here and it would fill up these things here. Now this flame disappeared and we are ready for the next part. As you can see, it just did one, and now it's continuing with this thing. The second part, it goes up, pulls the flame, and this thing returns. So as you can see, it's pouring the sulfuric acid in there. The flame is going down there, and once the top one, turtle is finished, it will come down, and this one is ready. As you can see, it changes into sulfur. It's getting new buckets. It will go ahead and go around this thing, and then once it's done, the water will complete it. It will keep fighting this thing, firing that thing, and basically this one doesn't care what the other turtle is doing, but what the other turtle is doing is taking the acid, and once the acid disappears the water comes back, and then the turtle detects water, and then it decides to do the whole loop again. So as you can see, this thing gets new buckets, it gets filled up with gets picked them up here, go into this thing, and they get placed into here, and this way I don't have to worry for anything. So this thing would be done pretty quick. So all I have to do by myself over here is basically just go ahead and grab some buckets. Maybe not that many, but and then just go ahead and just fill up some buckets from this tank over here, like that, and head up here to my battery that I was working on, and just fill it up as I need it. And as you can see, the turtle down there would continue doing its job, and we're all cool and everything's happy, and it's everything should be, it's working as it should be. So yeah, pretty happy with that little setup down there. I think there is obviously I can put the turtles to place this the buckets in maybe a chest or something like that, so I will always have, as long as I have the turtles working. I don't know, I can do so many other things. If you have any idea, let me know. But I think it's pretty cool. Both of the turtles are working. Now if somebody is actually interested in the code, I can actually go ahead and do show you guys how to program that. It's not really difficult, just moving the turtles and stuff. Yeah, so if somebody wants to see the code of the turtles, let me know and I'll place it up. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead here. As you can see, the turtles they're doing their thing. Nobody's bothering them. Everything's cool. So yeah, this thing is fabulous. It's just like, it's just working. That's what I like of this thing. So let's get a couple more of these buckets. There we go. Can do more. And as you can see, this is just lovely. Now I don't have to worry for any more sulfuric acid or whatever. I'm taking a shower on this thing. And yeah, so this is why turtles are just the best. Turtles are just my friends. So there we go. There we go. We got another layer. Now I don't think I need it all the way on the corners. I think the corners are pretty much wasted, but I just like how it looks, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like that. And I just gotta go down there one more time. And as you can see, these guys are just working. They're just at it. It's just amazing when things actually work as you expect them to. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And I don't think I even needed that many, but yeah, we'll go ahead and do this thing right here. One right there, one right there, one right here, there, right there, corner, and probably one here, and maybe one right there. There we go. And that should be touching all of the sides of these things. Perfect. So now we need a little more of these things set. Not glass. So we need the covers. There we go. The battery walls for the top. And as you can see now, this thing didn't have so much maximum. Now it has 30,000 RF per tick, which is basically each block source of block of sulfur that touches this, it gives you 5,000. So 5. Yeah, so you no 2,500 kilo RF. So you got 4 on each side, so you want 1 kilo RF, 2 kilo RF, 3 kilo RF. So that gives you the 30,000 kilo RF. So that's pretty much how it is. I mean, if you don't believe me, let me just do a little demonstration right here. So I'm going to disappear this block over here. So as you know, it now should be missing that. And if I try to go to the top, you see 27500. It's exactly missing 2,500 kilo RF. So basically, every source block that touches the battery electrode gives you 2,500 RF per tick in your battery speed. So there we go. Now we can return these buckets over here, and I think I can just let it working for a little bit and fill this thing with sulfuric acid, but in reality, and as you can see, the buckets just disappear. That's crazy. But in reality, I don't need much than this. I mean, look at that. That's 129 buckets, and I didn't really do nothing. I just did like test, and I just told this thing to go ahead and do it. Now it has 40, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 20 more, and it's just gonna keep doing this. And they do have like a lot of fuel, so they will keep moving. Um, and as you can see, there it is, the tanks with the fluid unloader from Railcraft. Pretty simple stuff, and it just works. It just does their job. So that's good. Next part over here, I'll go ahead and try to set it up a little bit better. We do have this this thing is offline, so you see the water disappears really fast, but the steam also starts to working here. So as you can see, steam gets some capacity in there, the water keeps coming in and creating more steam, and this thing is moving. Now I do need to put the induction coils. I need to put those metal stuff in there, because otherwise we're not gonna get anywhere pretty much. But for that, I can put several metals, but I have to go for the baddest of all the metals. So that will be the Wither Boss, and that will be probably next episode, where I'm gonna go ahead and try to collect the Wither Skulls really fast. And as you can see, this thing is working. It's just pouring everything. Now, sad thing, I don't have the induction coils. I cannot engage anything, so it's not producing any energy at all. It's just spinning. But at least I know it's working. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and maybe turn this off as well. Wow, turned off pretty fast. And then yeah, we have over here our little giant battery, 5.85 giga RF. Yeah, so it's not megabyte RF, now it's giga RF. That's crazy, man. And from here we're gonna have the output to basically power everything else that is over here. Right now we've been working so far with this thing, and yeah, it's been doing a good job, but as you can see, the thing just runs out pretty much, and I'm not even running too much stuff. I'm actually running pretty little machines with this thing. But once we get to the industry, then that's gonna require a lot of power, and yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, as you can see my hand over here, I am not myself. I'm not feeling well in there. But hopefully they'll fix this thing, and I can be myself again. We can see yourselves in the next episode. So yeah, this would be our processing unit, big reactor done, big batteries done, and as you saw over here, I have the little turtles creating my own infinite supply of what is this thing called, the sulfuric acid. So yeah, there you go, and this thing is, it's just on it. I love it. It's just working. So yeah, see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.